It's been 2 years and 2 months since I bought my first dual drawer Ninja Foodi. A lot has changed in that time, but one thing that hasn't, this is still the best selling air fryer. If you're thinking of buying it, here's what you need to know first. If you're new here, hi, I'm Clara. I make videos about how to choose and use your home appliances, and that involves a lot of testing of air fryers in my home kitchen. If you want to keep up to date with the videos I'm making, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you find this video helpful, please do hit the thumbs up. More than half of households in the UK have air fryers, and an awful lot of them opt for one of the Ninja dual drawers, which are the best sellers. This is the 9.5 litre Foodi Max, also known as the 10 quart in the US and the AF400 UK or EU. But you can also buy a smaller 7.6 litre version and a version that's the same size as this but has an integrated meat probe. That's the AF451. For many people, deciding which size to go for is one of the first hurdles when you're looking at getting an air fryer. I've made another video where I cook in both sizes of this dual drawer model side by side, and I show you what fits in them. That will come up on the screen at the end of this video if you want more information on sizing choice. The first thing you have to know about these Ninja dual drawers is that they aren't difficult to use. I think because they have 6 different cooking settings on them rather than an oven which essentially just has one, people who are new to them worry that they're going to be more complicated to use, but they really don't have to be. 2 years ago, I gave a piece of advice in that first video about these Ninja dual drawers, which still stands true. If you want to just cook immediately out of the box and not get bogged down with which is the perfect setting for every food type, just use bake. Set the temperature for 10 Celsius less than you would in a conventional fan oven, and check on the food frequently to begin with, as it's going to take less time to cook than an oven. That essentially means that you could order this air fryer today and be cooking in it tomorrow straight away. So why do people buy Ninja above other brands, other than, of course, the huge brand awareness that Ninja have? Well, there are 2 reasons really. Firstly, a lot of people have experienced really good customer service with Ninja when they've had a problem, and that's largely because they are the only appliance company that I have come across so far that have a piece of technology which allows you to show them problems using your mobile phone camera so that they can see the problem and resolve it quickly and efficiently. Ninja are also really popular because they use nano-ceramic coatings on their crisper plates, which many people believe are safer than conventional non-stick materials. However, it's a really complicated picture. The Guardian recently ran an article here in the UK about ceramic pans and the coatings on them, and that said, no legal definition for non-toxic or ceramic exists, and the marketing has drawn greenwashing accusations exacerbated by the companies concealing their pan's ingredients. And research suggests quasi-ceramics may contain toxins like titanium dioxide, siloxanes, lead and mercury. I'll link that article in the description for you to read and make your own conclusions from. All I would say is what's possibly more important than the actual makeup of the non-stick surface is that you look after it, which means don't use abrasive materials to clean the drawers, and do invest in some silicone tipped tongs. Most of the research out there says as long as your non-stick surface isn't damaged and isn't used at really high temperatures, which this Ninja dual drawer doesn't reach anyway, it's going to be safe. If your drawer does get damaged and you're concerned, Ninja sell replacements. Next thing to mention is that US models are different from the ones that you can buy in the rest of the world. Only slightly, but still significantly. The US ones display temperatures in Fahrenheit, whereas in Europe and in Australia we are in Celsius. There are also differences in the names of the settings and the order they appear on the control panel. In the US, there is a setting called Air Broil. In the UK, it's called Max Crisp. Whilst these differences don't impact on your decision about whether you buy the air fryer or not, it's worth knowing that there will be differences if you try and follow American recipes. Next, you don't need a load of accessories to go with your air fryer. The three most important things which you may already have in your kitchen are silicone tongs, an oil spray bottle and a temperature probe. And obviously you won't need to buy that last one separately if you buy the dual drawer model that has that included. That's the AF451. As far as other accessories go, you can use anything that is oven proof in your dual drawer Ninja. Now, over the years, I found a couple of things in particular that I personally find useful because they're a good fit size-wise for this model. But they are definitely not things that you need to buy straight away before you've checked your cupboards to see if you have something that already fits the bill. If you're interested in accessories, I will leave links to those in the description below. Now, in the interests of balance, I'm going to throw something in which I hope doesn't confuse you too much in your decision about whether to buy this. I do have to point out that even though Ninja air fryers are the most popular ones that you can buy, there are actually lots of dual drawer air fryers available for less money with more features than the Ninja has. Features like windows in the drawers, preheat function, shake reminder, dual heating elements. A couple of them even have a self-cleaning function, or you can just have a steam function built in with the air fryer as well to make it more of a multi-cooker. Now, some people really like those features. Other people aren't bothered at all and just want a simple and reliable air fryer from a known brand. And if I was to play devil's advocate, you could argue brands who aren't Ninja have to add things to their air fryers to try and make them stand out. This Ninja dual drawer will do everything that you need it to do, but just be aware you can get more features on some other air fryers. So quite often I get messages from people asking about negative news stories about air fryers that they've seen online. And it can be about air fryers spying on us, catching fire, or in some way being a risk. And I always point out that sadly, this is how news works these days. If you're a journalist and you want a story to get eyes on it, make it about an air fryer. A lot of these stories also apply to much less interesting appliances, but the way to guarantee that you will get people clicking on a headline is to make it about an air fryer. And sadly, that leads to a disproportionate amount of negative stories about air fryers in the news. So if your finger is hovering on the buy button, there's another really important thing that you need to know before you go. And that is simply that you won't look back. Air fryers are a change that is here to stay. Like microwaves and coffee machines, they have been adopted by the masses for a reason. And that is speed, convenience and cost saving. And you're not going to get tired of any of those. So an air fryer probably does belong in your life.